Hello and welcome to the Free Cheese episode 204. I'm your Joe Dix, joined tonight by Mark Augustiniak.
How's it going?
Matt Sellner.
Hello.
The Free Cheese, a weekly video game podcast about video games brought to you once a week by thefreecheese.com. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you? How was the beach?
Good.
How are the boats?
I didn't get on any boats.
No.
The
How
boats,
are we looking at them?
they were fine.
How are the things in the sky?
Very good.
The planes that write things.
Yep.
What was the best thing you saw written?
Samantha, will you marry me? And then it flew by 3 times, so we don't know.
And the fourth time it said, no.
We were waiting for it to come back through the next day and say, now this time, Samantha, will you marry me? I think it was Samantha. Oh, well.
No burn, I see.
I did pretty good.
You got some good color.
I did pretty good.
But you don't match your shirt, which is good. You're wearing red.
Little pink throughout, but the pink quickly turned to tan. I never had like a painful burn where like as soon as you hop into the shower, it just hurts.
Right. And you can feel your skin peeling off after a few days.
Never had one of those, so that's good.
I notice you don't have anything in your hands constantly.
I was gonna wait.
Oh shit!
I come bearing gifts, boys.
Oh no!
I was afraid of this.
I didn't think. Oh god! This is the worst thing you've ever
bearing
done.
Gifts, boys.
You just had to say something.
I'll have to bring it up at some point.
Oh, well.
Mark.
Oh my god! Oh god! It's not even just bad that you have them; it's that you have a whole bag of them.
We match.
We match. Oh, man.
But Joe,
Oh god!
I took some time on yours.
Oh god! What?
So, we're gonna open this bad boy up. You're gonna quickly realize
Okay.
this is heavier. This feels a little bit more like the more traditional fidget spinners. I think these are cheap, but for intents and purposes, it all works the same.
Oh my god!
So Matt
Joe.
and I have a green metallic looking one, and then
Yes.
Joe has this bigger honcho yellow one.
Oh my god!
And it lights up.
Of course, it lights up with the Pokemon starter colors.
So 2 of them, one works, one works, and then the other
As it
doesn't work.
should.
And then the other doesn't work at all. But
Well-
with this one going,
I'll do some rewiring.
and yeah, look at that.
Oh my.
Oh, and then you can slow it down, I think, with another press.
Okay.
But yeah, Joe, this one's all yours.
Oh, I gotta.
I am at a loss of words.
And this one. Yep. Wow.
Welcome to the party.
Should we do a synchronized spin?
This is.
Sure. Right into the mic.
One and done. 3,
Wait,
2,
hold on. Let me turn my lights on.
on the word go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Doesn't that feel great, guys?
My hand gets cooled off for a second, but then it's burning on the inside. Because I'm doing this.
I like how only the one light works.
This is perfect.
Still going.
This. I don't think I've ever received a greater gift.
I'd take that as the best compliment I can get. Honestly,
Wow.
I mean, maybe it's because I didn't go on the boardwalk at all, but I did not see many. Because
Dang.
I was ready to take pictures of all the fidget spinner goodness.
Right.
But I only saw like 2. That was mostly because I was with my family. We were out to dinner, and we never really went to like a place with like a bunch of kids or a lot of bros. Or we went to a place with like kids, but I was on the opposite side of the restaurant, aka the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not many fidget spinners at the bar.
No, the grown adults.
Weird.
We were good.
Probably use one as a coaster?
Huh?
Use one as a coaster, maybe?
Probably not.
No, not really. Chop on me.
But
Water
I'm
bottle
sure
there.
once you get good, you can do some
wow.
tricks with the top of that bottle.
Yeah, I subscribe to a couple YouTube channels about.
Ooh, there it goes. Sorry, microphone.
So you
I
just
got
gotta
one, too.
practice. That's all.
Sorry, ears.
Joe, make sure you press that button for that light. It will keep going.
Oh, I want it to keep going
Oh.
through the whole show. This is.
You gotta show Katie. No. You gotta show Katie at
You
least
think
once.
it won't survive?
No, because 2 of them didn't work out of the box. 1.5 didn't work. Sorry.
All right.
I think we just shortened our life. Our lifespans by...
Oh, she slowed down.
Yep, there it is. That's the second speed.
That's the dubstep speed. Look at that. Wow. Wow. Thank you very much.
Of course, anytime.
Do you remember that photo I shared? Yeah. Also, thank you. Gracias.
Oh yeah, of course.
There was a photo. It was a GameStop ad, but I don't know if it was Photoshopped, but I could believe it to be real.
I think that was real. I did not.
I feel like it would. So
I bought
for people that didn't see it. There's a Crash Bandicoot Insane pre-order where you get a blue camo fidget spinner. And I don't know why about the color. Maybe because PS4 blue. I don't know, but
yeah, that was.
I can
my
see
thing.
it makes sense with spinning because Crash spins.
But why not orange?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he's.
I really don't know
the
why it's blue
blur.
camo. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were like trying to be ironic with that advertisement, because all their commercials that they do marketing is always ironic.
I guess
but
it
I
was
don't.
very.
They do GameStop of all places, and then have.
You know what is fucked up about these things? Now I'm like compelled to spin the fucking.
You got it. It's gonna be with you the next time you're at work.
Fidgeting.
Shit. I can't.
Need some
believe-
WD-40 on that one, but
That's okay. Yep. Here we are.
did you expect anything less?
No, I know.
Now, story about buying said fidget spinner.
That's what I want to hear. You had to walk in as a grown man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I waited to the last day because I tried to put this off as long as I could. So I'm wearing. And it's going to be hard for me to describe, but I'm wearing this very like beachy. It's a blue short sleeve button up, and it's got all these like little references to The Sandlot. I don't know if you ever are familiar with the movie.
Yeah.
But it has like the little kid calling a shot. It has like s'mores and hot dogs and stuff. So like already look like this goofy individual down the beach just having a good time. So I walk in there with my AirPods on. So like add that to the equation here. So I'm like looking, and I'm in the Sun Stations, and this is a pretty big one. It's not like your smaller one. So I'm like walking around. I'm like looking at all the sections. I'm like not finding them. They're probably right up the cash register. And the last place I want to look real hard for fidget spinners is at a cash register.
Yeah.
So I'll go up there and I'm not even finding them because the cash register is littered with other garbage, like toy rubber sharks that I don't know why you
Gotta have
want
a couple.
one.
Yeah.
So I'm like looking all around. and I can't find them, and I know they're here. So I did the fucking worst thing you could do.
No.
Cashier of braces. I was like,
hey,
where are the
bro.
where are the fidget spinners?
Where
are the fidget spinners?
Fidget spinners.
And then the kid with the braces, he's probably like my age with braces, so he laughed at me, and then immediately pointed at me. So pointed at the area.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
So I walk over there, and I'm just.
Jeremy, come here. Look at this guy.
Well, I'm
He's
sure they were
back
talking
again.
about me as I was looking. So I'm looking, and I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. That's why, Mark, me and you got the most simple of the ones.
I see.
But I did spend time looking for Joe's.
I appreciate
And I saw the
effort.
yellow,
Yeah.
and then I realized it lit up. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So I go up to the cash register, and of course, it's not like, I know because Ocean City has this like, I know like this like foreign exchange thing where they invite people from like other countries to work.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, and for like, I think it's like education and stuff like that is involved with it. But of course, it's not that individual that can't speak English at the counter. It's a cute American teenage, maybe just turned 20 girl. And here I am with 3 fidget spinners in my hand. And I thought,
What do you mean? Oh, I got
there
it.
it is!
I got
But you're not
to
going to get that throw one to work.
Says you. It went out. And hold on. So what? Are you embarrassed to walk up there to the queue? You should have been like, "Hey,
Not embarrassed to walk up
I'm
there
buying 3 fidget spinners."
with 3 fidget spinners, though.
What does your boyfriend do for you?
So I present the 3 fidget spinners I am buying. She is laughing at me. I am laughing with her because I realized how dumb this looks.
So you never
Just gotta pop it back
knocked
in.
out. So did you tell her that you were getting it as like a
I
gag
did.
gift?
I did, but I think at
But she
some
didn't
point,
believe you. She was
I was
just,
gonna say
yeah,
you
right.
probably hear that every time. So
You gave in. You shouldn't have given in.
that's fine.
This is an ironic purchase. That is it.
But yeah, we got some fidget spinners.
You should have went full on fidget spinner collector. You know.
You should have been like, girl, this is what you do to my mind.
That's right. Karma got me later on, and I'm not going to discuss it on the podcast. It's a more personal story, but yeah,
Sure.
karma got me later on.
Very nice.
A fidget spinner spun you.
Ah, right
big
round,
something
baby,
like that.
right
Yeah.
round.
Something like that.
Well, thank you. It's good to have you back.
With
Yeah,
fidget spinners.
yeah, God damn it.
Yeah,
This is bad.
we're both at the same table again.
Yes, it's true. It's been weeks, months even.
Has it?
No,
No.
we just alternated.
Oh,
Yeah, flip
it's
flop.
fine.
Just a hot flop. Good vacation?
Yeah, overall, yeah. Nothing's better than the beach. Just sitting out there for like 6 to 7 hours, coming in, showering, and going out to eat. Come in, enjoy a brew or two, maybe watch the end of the Orioles game, and go to bed and repeat for 6 days.
That's pretty good.
Good time.
Sounds good. Sounds very relaxing. I just got relaxed listening to that.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh yeah, the smell of suntan lotion and anger. How's your week? You going on the beach?
No, did not go to the beach. But I did have some interesting food. So sometimes like when
Chick-fil-A is not exotic. I don't know if you know this, but like that's
I know.
pretty par for the course.
I actually went downtown.
Oh,
For like once in a while.
yeah.
So there's this like group of friends that I go with, and we usually just go out to get food. And that's how we hang out. So I call them my food crew.
There's got to be a better name than that. But go ahead.
Well, the way it's spelled is backwards. It's FEWDCROO.
Okay.
See what I did there?
Yeah, it's close. It's still not Mark enough, but go ahead. I'll take it.
I didn't want to give it much effort. Anyway, I went to this place. I already forget the name of it. It was like Peri Peri.
A snack
chicken
pack, like there's got to be something.
like that. The snack pack.
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
I'll try to work
I know.
on it.
We'll shop some of this.
But yeah,
later.
so food crew. Went to this place. I think it was called Peri Peri Chicken.
Oh yeah, Nando's.
Nando's. That's
Yeah.
the name. I never been there, so clearly. So I went in there. I like the look of the place.
Yeah,
It's very stylish.
they have one downtown.
Yeah, it's right near Dinosaur BBQ.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know where that is. I haven't been down. Where are we talking downtown?
Like-
Harbor East.
Yeah,
okay.
it's along.
It's like
over
2
there.
blocks
It's-
over from the main drag of that part.
I understand
it's
now.
not far from like the Can Square and all that.
Got it.
So yeah, went in there. I wasn't used to getting seated, looking at a menu, and then going to the
Getting back
register to
up,
tell
yeah.
them what I want, and then put a potential tip there, which I did because I just seemed like it made sense. But
I don't think I ever tip in there.
I've never been inside of it. I've had Nando's food before, but I've never been inside.
I ordered these nice chicken skewers.
Yeah,
Had some red peppers and onions on there.
Yeah, they
Didn't-
did.
Didn't need the onions because that's
Alright.
not my thing.
you could have done. Okay, yeah.
I didn't like being like, oh, can I have it like without onions? I just didn't care. I got it drenched in like a hot sauce.
Didn't care.
Didn't care. That was the one. So there's like a spice meter.
Mm-hmm.
So Miles obviously like the middle part.
Mm-hmm.
I got the one below the hottest. So it was just like a hot whatever.
Yeah. That one's. I think that's usually what I get.
So I got that and just fries, and then I got what was it? Sangria. But it was like their like sangria of like the week or season or whatever they had freshly made.
Yeah.
Which was like a peach mango. Yeah,
It was very nice.
it was. There's some pulp in it. Didn't really care for that too much. I
like a good pulp. Makes me know I'm
well,
drinking real shit.
Well, I was gonna say that tells me that it's fresh. Like it's actually.
Yeah, I mean there was
they
actually like
use
a
real-
peach slice in there too and
Yeah.
everything.
I'm feeling good about the quality of that sangria now.
It was good. I don't often have sangrias, but I wanted to be a little adventurous, if you
Good
will.
for you.
By the second skewer, my mouth finally started burning. So I was proud of myself for that. That was really good though. I just enjoyed that little moment.
Nice.
So when you was talking about at the beach and food and all, that's all I was thinking of. Was just I like that. I want to go to more places like that. I still haven't had like
Taco Bell.
Oh my god, you shouldn't have.
I haven't had
Bell.
Taco Bell in 2 weeks, by the way.
no, I
As a
mean
record
that's like a
right
weekly
now.
thing for me. But no,
I
but
haven't
there's
had
some
fast
food I
food
still need to try that I haven't tried yet.
Name one food.
Indian food.
I don't think I've had much Indian food either. I've
Thai food. I think I haven't had much of.
had Thai.
I've had Thai flavors and stuff, but never like actual Thai food.
Yeah.
I have great news for you guys. I was going to spring this upon you on a break, but since we're talking about food here, I'll spring it on you. I'm going to make food tonight.
Oh,
Yes.
fidget spinners and food.
Yeah.
What is this? What is this day?
I keep hitting my.
Who needs July
the
4th?
inside of my finger.
We just need July 2nd.
Here we are.
Just kidding, America.
There it is. There it is. Good week, food week.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, been pretty good.
Yeah. It's a good week. That place is good. I remember, I don't remember the first time I went there.
Yeah, the type of chicken is peri peri chicken. That's what it.
Peruvian.
Yeah. That's what I meant to say from the beginning, and I completely forgot.
It's all right.
There we go.
Yes.
How's your week?
I think it was, I don't know. My car is not a car again.
Oh. Is it a Decepticon?
I don't know.
It's full of deception.
You know, I come home for lunch during work because I don't live far, so it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
I did that and then didn't go back because I couldn't go back because the fucking car wouldn't start.
How perfect.
I mean,
no, that sucks. But
yeah.
But in a way,
I mean, yeah, it's nice, but at the same time, it's like
crap.
fuck. Yeah,
I love that you're actually playing with it now.
Well,
He's getting around.
Well, he has to like control his anger for this part.
Mm-hmm.
It's stressful. It's a stressful situation.
It is. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Still not fun because now I'm back to the old bicicleta, but I'm off work tomorrow, so I'll sit.
What are you? 4-day weekend? No.
No.
Well, right. You work weekends.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. No, the rest of my team gets really, really long weekends. To allow them to get long weekends, I get the on-off stupid shifts this week, which is fine.
I mean, I work Monday, but it's like, why?
Are you off Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, I work Tuesday. But it's hashtag time and a half.
There you go. I don't even think I'm
It's
really
good.
doing much for Tuesdays.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna.
I have a family.
Tradition's not a thing for me.
I don't care about any holidays except for the one called Halloween and the one called Christmas. And then, of course, the month-long holiday that is my birthday, celebrated all July. Kicking it off now.
July babies!
Obviously. Yeah, fine week, though. You know, week is a week is a week is a week. I got an early birthday gift.
Oh, yeah, I saw. This is, it's an eye catcher. I'll tell you that.
Damn right.
I actually like that.
Cannot look away.
Yeah. No, I fucking love it. I got me some bright yellow Joy-Cons. Yellow? Green? What do we
They're
use?
yellow.
Highlighter yellow. Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie kept, or I kept joking, or I kept saying I was going to buy them. I was like, I don't need them. I'm not going to buy them. And then she called me one day. She's like, hey, I'm going to Target. Do you need anything? I was like, yeah, just grab me this. Give me a couple yellow Joy-Cons. Jokingly. And then she's like, okay.
Through with it.
She called later in the day. She's like, hey, I'm going now. Like hours later. Remind me again what you need. And I was like, well, we need this, and then some yellow Joy-Cons, and then we need coffee, and then just see if we can grab a couple yellow Joy-Cons while you're at it. And then she came home, and I was doing something, and I was distracted, and she was like, hey, I gotta finish this thing for work. Can you put the groceries away? And I was like, yeah, I got it. And I just kept staring at whatever I was doing, and I forgot. And she was like, hey, I bought a new soap, and you hate all smells. Can you smell it and tell me if this is one that you hate? And I was like, yeah. And I just didn't move because whatever I was doing, I was distracted. And she was like doing anything she could to get me to look in the fucking bag. And I was like, eventually she's like, Joe, open the fucking bag. And I was like, oh, okay. And I opened it up. I was like, oh shit. It was great. And
Couldn't have gone any more perfect.
It was, yeah.
The fact that her original plan didn't quite follow through.
Right.
That's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
For you two.
I know. I know. So they were great. I didn't get to play with them right away because I made dinner. And then the whole time I'm making dinner, though, I was so excited about it. And this is how you know true excitement. I was just humming and singing the ARMS theme song because I was so excited about these new things. Yeah. And then, after dinner, we just played ARMS for a whole...
That would have been like... That should have been your initial reaction as you just saw it. You were just singing that part.
Yeah, they're dope. Pretty good week, probably, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yep. I say we kick it over to Now Playing, a little segment where we stop playing with fidget spinners and start talking about what we've played in the last week.
Then there's my Now Playing.
Matt, did you get to play any video games there on that old beach?
I played a little bit on the beach. I mean, it's nothing new.
On the beach?
Not on the beach, no.
Oh.
Not at the beach house. I played...
You didn't take your Switch out on the sand?
No, I'm not taking my Switch out on sand. No.
Umbrella.
I talked about it in the Now Playing thing we wrote on Friday about how I bought Rocket League on not Switch. It's in December.
Yeah.
On Steam when it was on sale, and I played down there for a little bit. Towards the end, Joe put away his fidget spinner because he can't stop fidgeting around with it.
Out of sight, out of mind.
There it is. But I'm sure if you turn on that light, you'll see the glare off the mic or something.
Let's tease him a little bit.
So I bought it on Steam, and I played a few hours of it. Towards the later end of the week, when more people came into the house, the lag started affecting me a little bit, and there was more rage quitting than happiness. So I stopped kind of playing it. Mm-hmm. But on Steam, it runs great. It looks a little bit prettier on my computer than I think it does on the PS4. I want to do a little side by side, but
interesting.
Whatever.
That's more than likely.
But now I have 2 spots to play it in, so 2 spots to rank up. If anything, now what that does is it frees up my TV to allow me to watch baseball games on the TV, and I just play Rocket League on my computer if I'm not playing Dota.
For now. But you only have like 4 months until you'll be...
a Switch.
Yeah.
But before that, before I went down to the beach, I wasn't here last week to celebrate this fact. I finally beat Mass Effect Andromeda. That game.
How did that go?
So, I had a week to reflect on this a little bit. The game's not as terrible as I kind of made it seem the last probably 2 times I was on air. It's definitely not the greatest thing known to man.
Sure.
But it's not bad. It's like average. I would say maybe just a little bit above mediocre. Did it meet expectations? No. But if you take away those expectations, just kind of play the game for what it is, it's not bad. And I think part of that, I'm not going to get into spoiler territory here, but I think the way they did the ending, how, I don't want to get into it too much, but they did the ending in a way that I didn't expect them to do it. I thought it was just going to be like this big cinematic thing, and it wasn't. It kind of let you play it out a little bit.
To like a...
Yeah, it was like stuff like that. Because everyone knows this was, or it was supposed to be the first in a trilogy. That's kind of up in the air now, but they kind of let you play it out. It's kind of like an epilogue after like the big action piece, and I kind of like that a little bit. And it did set up some leads for either a single player DLC, which that we found out this past week that's not going to happen, or for more plot lines for potential sequels. And if that's the case, I will say I'm happy I played this game, because if the second game looks to be better, and usually sequels do that, and if this team gets another crack at it, I think they will learn from their mistakes and make something better.
Well, hopefully. I don't even know if we can totally blame the team as much as we can blame...
Yeah.
Right, like time constraint and all of that. Maybe I don't know.
There's a lot of factors that go into that, but I feel like if they got a second crack at this, it would be a better product. And if I'm able to bring the Scott Rider that I built with me, I feel like I will be more enticed to play that one than just kind of starting another just random game and having some decisions from the past carry over randomly.
Yeah.
So I will have a more detailed review of that. It's probably not going to be the end of this week, but early next week. Yeah.
Soon.
We'll have one up.
Just say soon.
We'll have one up.
Yeah.
I like to put a deadline on myself.
I know, but you don't. Yeah. Yeah.
So with that, right before vacation, got to play some Prey.
Yeah, because that Mass Effect meant no more Mass Effect meant many more Prey.
Yes. I did not get far knowing I was going on vacation for a week and would not have access to it. So I didn't want it to get too much into the story. I played enough, but I know it is this. It is the BioShock game we haven't gotten in the last 4 years since Infinite. I think Infinite came out like 5 years ago now or something like that. It is that. The story seems to be really well thought out, well done. Looking at my notes here. Yeah, like the people may be looking at this game and thinking it's scary just because of the way the mimics are and how they're popping out and stuff like that. I have jumped, being the person that jumps at the most stupidest things in the world. However, it's more unsettling just because you don't know what's around that corner. So like I'm constantly running around with a wrench and just beating everything known to man, just waiting for one of those things to be something. But no, I haven't gotten far into it, so I can't talk too much about it. But what I've played so far, it feels like a BioShock game. And one of the other things it does that is like the first BioShock, there's no ADS, so aim down sights. It does not let you like hold an L2 to put to go down the sights. Now there is, you can click an R3 to do a zoom, but actually it just zooms in like your visor or whatever. It does not like put the gun right. down the sights. So it feels BioShock in that way, where it wants you to use your environment just as much as you use your gun. And I haven't even gotten my psychic abilities yet that I know are coming. So, like, once you get them, it's going to be encouraged that you use them as well.
See, I was getting, like, Half-Life 2 vibes from watching it.
There's a little bit of that, too. I mean, there's definitely a direct comparison from the mimics to the head crabs and stuff like that. But it's just...
I also didn't really play BioShock too much, so... That's
really?
I played, like a quarter of the first game.
You should change that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
I mean, I know it's a good game.
Yeah.
I know how it ends. I know everything about it.
Yeah, but still, it's the journey, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of world building in that game, because that's kind of like a direct comparison here. What's happening on, I think it's called Talos 1. It's Talos something, the space station in Prey. You're getting that same kind of vibe because you don't know what's going on. You keep waking up in like the same day.
So what's the setting to this?
Oh, it's in outer space. You're not on Earth. It's on this like a space station, but it's in like the year is like don't quote me on this, but it's well out into the future. I think it's like a 2077 kind of thing.
All right.
So like it could be in our.
It's in the near future. I would say that
2077 is cyberpunk.
It could be
well out in the future. Is near.
It could also be the
11,000.
Yes. Yeah.
Sooner than that.
It could be in the 22nd century.
Either way.
Yeah. But no, and it's taking place on a space station. Like I said, you wake up, not knowing what's going on. You wake up, you do some tests. Bad things happen during these tests. You kind of get knocked out, and then you wake up, and it's like to the same day. And from there, you're like, well, what's going on? I just did this day, and fucked up shit happened.
You're just Groundhog Day.
Yeah, kind of like that. And this whole part's in the first hour demo that I think is still alive for you to go play if you're able to do that. I would highly recommend that to see if you like this game or not. But yeah, you're just kind of figuring out what's going on. I have the gist of what's going on now. I don't know all the plot points, only being maybe like 2-3 hours at max into this game. But I'm getting the gist of what's going on and what to expect as I go through. But no, it's really, it definitely is encouraging you to use your environment and not so much gunplay all the time. And I'm getting my ass kicked in this game. And I'm getting my ass kicked like the way I got my ass kicked in my first playthrough of BioShock, because I didn't know how to play BioShock right. So yeah, Prey's looking pretty good, and I'm sure I'll be talking a lot more about that in weeks to come.
Yeah, I want to know more about that, because it kind of creeped out, I think.
It's unsettling. I don't think creepy or scary is the...
I meant more like the release of it. Like,
It kind of came out.
Yeah.
I think it's solid so far.
Yeah.
And it's better first impression than when I got with Mass Effect, so I think that says something. But then, this week, I came back to pure...
Mark, what have you been...
Happiness.
Yes, Matt.
You're going to need that.
Yeah, give me this guy.
Boys.
Hold on. Light these boys up.
Crash is back.
Wow.
Crash Bandicoot.
Really good.
The Insane Trilogy
Yes.
is out. And I've already played 9 hours of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know you spent that much time with it.
Played it pretty much all day today and 3 hours last night.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Pretty much most of my friends are playing that.
Huh. And
I like it a lot. From what I remember of Crash, it feels the same. There's a nice coat of paint on it. I know some people have said they don't like the character model of Crash and all the other characters.
I did say he had a really pink mouth, but then I didn't realize that, like, I didn't realize that his older models had that too. But in that first trailer, when we first revealed it, I was like, that looks like his fur got peeled off his face or
oh,
something.
you got a pink mouth.
You got a pink ass mouth. I don't know. It threw me off, but now, like, I'm used to it now, so it's fine.
But yeah, I think it holds up well, and I don't think it changed the formula
Have you seen the
much
meme?
at all, if at any.
Have you seen a meme going around?
No,
I've seen
I
all the
haven't.
memes, but go ahead.
They're like, it keeps getting like Dark Souls memes.
What?
Yeah, because apparently like the game is like so difficult or something that like it's
It's
Dark
tough.
Souls of it. They're playing on that. It's the Dark Souls of like platformers, whatever. And so like every time, so like they showed like the 3 Dark Soul covers. It just replaced it with the same font, but it's just Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3. It's like, you know, replacing the HUD with the Dark Souls HUD over the screenshots.
That's good.
I don't know where or why it started exactly, but
Well, yeah, I booted up last night, jumped into 1.
Yeah.
I played that for about an hour, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'll get back to this, I think.
Yeah.
Let me go to what I bought it for. So I went to Warped, and that's where I've spent like the last 8 hours of time at.
I heard
And-
you couldn't skip the intro.
You can't.
You have to sit through that every time. Like,
That
the
is
announcer
correct.
Going like Activision and Vicarious Visions presents or whatever, like that whole thing. You can't
Oh,
skip.
wow.
That is correct. You know the way around that?
They're gonna update it though. I feel like
Sleep
Sleep
mode.
mode,
So when that's all you play on your console, like I have been doing,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
you get around it, and it works like a charm.
So yeah, what they did with this was kept the original engine but updated the assets and voice acting. All the sound got redone. Like
The voice acting. Here's what I remember. It's so everything from like around the like PS2 era. They kept those voice actors. So they're original in
Right.
that sense, but they wanted those voice actors to impersonate the original voice actors.
yeah, it's so everyone who's doing voice work in this has worked on Crash before.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily the original.
Yeah, they're veterans,
voice.
but not OGs. Like,
Right.
But John DiMaggio is the mask.
Aku,
Yeah.
And Uka is the bad
So
one.
he sounds pretty good.
I don't know, I'm not playing Crash for the voice acting and all that
Well,
stuff.
yeah.
It is.
I don't
it
think
is.
no one is. It's just something that I just got pointed out.
Well,
to me.
that's when people need something to bitch about. That's one thing they can bitch about. That's all.
Yeah, there it is. No, but I jumped back in, and I think it holds up.
Yeah, like I've seen nothing but good things about it, but
Yeah,
from my experience, I just missed that train.
Yeah.
So like it's cool. Like I'm happy that it exists.
You had PS1, didn't you?
I didn't own a PS1 until like after the PS2 was out, and I only had Final Fantasy 7 and Digimon World 3.
okay.
And outside Final Fantasy games and Digimon games. That's all I had on there. But yeah, I played a bit of Crash as like a demo, or like a friend had it at a house. I tried it for a little bit. I couldn't get into like it was very directional how he moved.
Yeah, he was back then
it felt very stiff.
it was pre-analog stick.
Yeah,
The first game, so
like,
you were
going between that and like Mario 64 around that
Yeah.
time. It's like I couldn't do it. I always thought he looked cool. I like this design. I like the presentation of the game. I just
Those
didn't,
commercials.
The commercials definitely being right on Nintendo's front yard.
That's good. Hey, plumber. Hey, plumber.
I'm glad you brought the pre-analog thing, because I find myself actually going back and forth. So on my first run through a level where they're not no time trials, I will use the D-pad. Time trial levels, though, I find myself like when I'm holding up or down or whatever way I gotta hold, I cramp up. So then I switch to analog stick and just keep moving in that direction the entire time.
There's a game I did that with. And I can't remember what. I would switch between D-pad and joystick depending like what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
But yeah, I'm all in on Warped. I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to complete each level to like its 100% completion. I think technically my completion. This is one of those games that goes above 100%. I forget what the magic number is, but I'm at like 60% already. And well on my way to a platinum trophy.
Jesus.
And there's three plats.
Three. All right.
It's warping through it.
See, you need to take that and you got to put it back to that food crew
All right,
shit.
all right. I'll go.
You're there. You just got to go all the way there. 3 platinum trophies, you say?
There are 3 platinum trophies in this game.
Just like one. Oh, in that game.
No.
Crash
per game.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
Crash 2, Cortex Strikes Back, I think, and then Crash 3 Warped.
I'm having a. I'm going through a little bit of withdrawal is the wrong word, but I'm trying to train myself to stop caring about trophies again. Because I found myself.
I never cared.
You're very lucky. I found myself for a little bit in the last like 2 months. It's something about the springtime that always like kicks the trophy shit back up with me. But something kicked me again, and I was just like, why would I play anything right now that I can't get trophies on? And I was like avoiding anything that didn't have trophies, and it was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't give a shit. Why? It's dumb little intangible things. Why am I caring about this suddenly all of a sudden? And it like stopped me from playing certain things, certain consoles, certain whatever. And I'm like,
do you think it's a type of OCD to like have them?
Yeah, totally.
Triggering something like that.
Yeah, but there is like there's some sort of thing, endorphin or something that gets released when you're like, you see that bar getting, and you're like, oh, I'm unlocking all these things. I'm getting closer to 100% completion, and then eventually the whatever. It feels good, but then
I would love to see it with a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah,
like a 2,000 piece one.
There's something's different about this though, because it's just like it's something about that ecosystem and whatever it is, and I start to walk away from it, and then here you are, throwing down triple plats.
I'm not getting a triple platinum. I don't see that happening. The warped one's gonna be hard enough because
I'm done. See, that's where I'm out.
Because you need to get all the power crystals and the gems and the relics, but the relics, you just don't need the relics. You need gold or platinum ones. So that's gonna be the bitch. It's not gonna be anything else. I mean, they're gonna, the levels are gonna have their tediousness to them, but
yeah,
it's getting the gold relics, and I didn't realize that until like I was completing these things, and I got to like stage 13. I was like, let me look at the trophy list. I feel like I'm working towards it, and then I looked and I saw the fine print of gold or higher relics, and I was like, well, that sucks.
Damn.
But I'm going to try it. I'm definitely going to give it my A+ effort. That's why I think Warped. That's why I want to start with Warped. I had a feeling it might burn me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I will at least go back and play 1 and 2. Maybe just beat the game, not 100% everything. But because I never beat 1 and 2. I remember beating Warped, not like 200% or whatever. But I remember just beating it.
2 was my thing. I played all of them, but like 2 was the one I think I was at the right age. I had the right amount of dedication for it. That was the one where I was just like.
And it's cool switching back and forth between Crash and Coco.
At Freely you can do that?
The only ones you can't switch are their on rails ones. Yeah, so Crash has to drive the bike.
Right.
She has to drive the jet ski and the plane and all that. Huh. But that animation's still there of Crash going to jump in, falling flat on his face, and Coco jumping in.
Stupid. I love it.
I saw the one clip. I forget I don't know which. I'm assuming it's the first one, but like when it shows how many crates you've broken or collected or whatever.
That's in all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, like it was this video, and it was about like 60 crates or something. So like at first,
that's the normal.
So like
amount.
Crash is standing, just hit him in his head. He's like, all right, wow, like it hurts, whatever. Then he's starting to like crouch a little more. He's like trying to like deflect him with his hand a little bit, and then it knocks him down, but he's still like kind of up, still hitting him, and then he's just flat, like dead, and it's just still just laying on him.
So that's a trophy in the first game.
Is it?
I popped it like the second level. I missed a bunch of boxes. I really messed something up. I missed a bunch of boxes, and like poor Crash is getting pelted with boxes. I'm like, oh shit, this is bad.
Damn.
And then as soon as he falls down, the trophy pops.
Dope. I'm glad it's finally here for you.
I am really happy with the product so far. There's a couple nitty picky things I don't like about it. And I think there's one too many loading screens and some things, but it's not going to affect.
How's the amiibo support?
It's great. You just plug in the little Activision Skylander guy, and you're good to go.
Damn it.
Good stuff. But
yeah.
that's my last 2 weeks.
Nice. Very nice. Mark. Besides Peri Peri Chicken, what else you been holding in your hands? And then controlling. And then, yes.
Not eating. So there's a PlayStation sale going on, as you showed me.
Yeah, and I'm fucking real upset about it.
What do you...
Because they finally put out really, really good games on a really, really good sale at really, really good prices. And I don't have 1, the time, 2, the money, 3, the let's go. 4,
I probably spent
show.
Money I shouldn't have.
That's where I'm at. Like, I got other priorities right now. Fuck.
Well, it's until, like, the 11th, I think.
Yeah, but
it's a 2-week thing. It's going to be, like, cut off, and the new games are going to pop up on Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually really didn't see anything I wanted or that I didn't already have in that first week.
I got for my PlayStation TV, I got the God of War collection.
That's a good one.
So, because I have 3 on my PS4. I haven't played any of them yet. So,
yeah.
I wanted to do
that was maybe the one game I saw at like $3.79. I was like...
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Fredo's
through...
yelling.
I've only looked at it on the web. I want to, like, actually open up the...
That's what I'm yet to do.
I got what was the other one? Like Flame in the Flood? Or Flood in the Flame? Something like that?
Bound by Flame?
No. This kind of looks like another, like, Don't Starve kind of game. But you're like this girl and like her dog, and you know it looked
yeah. I know what you're talking. I know
very indie-ish. It was cool. I haven't tried it yet, but I just got it. Got Knack.
Congratulations.
I'm actually curious about it. Like, it doesn't look good.
Don't you already
it
have...
doesn't look appealing at all, but I really want to try it.
Don't you already have problems with your PlayStation?
Yeah, so I feel like this is only fitting.
I was going to say, maybe... What I'm thinking is, maybe Knack sets your PlayStation on fire, but then it fixes all the internals. It remelts them all in the right place.
Oh, it might do that, yeah.
Speaking of something kind of similar to that, I went back in the Friday the 13th.
Oh.
With the new update. Mm-hmm. Got that NES Jason skin.
Saw that.
But I wasn't able to beat Jason because between 2 of my friends, it kept alternating. It was kind of getting me a little upset. It's just random, but like you can also have a preference of who you want to spawn as, and I guess they just got that higher priority that time. But usually, you just hear like the symphony type music, the score from the original movies. You usually hear that, and you thinking he might be nearby. Mm-hmm. That's just the ambiance of the game. Because you can tell it's the NES Jason coming around when you hear that like chiptune music. I'm like,
so good.
There we go. Feel much more relaxed when I hear the other music. But my friend showed me a glitch in one of the levels. I'm sure they're gonna patch it. But in Higgins Valley, I think it's called. There's like when you call the cops, you have to make it to one of these like bridges with like the roof over it. Mm-hmm. So when the cops show up, you run to that and you're safe. You escape. Well, for Higgins Valley, there's like a little chain link fence. Well, not little, but it doesn't go for long. But it's tall. It's right near that entrance, like literally right next to it. There's a corner piece of like a pole. Mm-hmm. If you're in front of it, like not facing it, and you keep crouching, which is mashing the circle button, because when you stand up, your character moves back a little bit. So you keep doing that, and you Gumby through the fence, and you're on the other side. And
you mean Helix?
Yeah. nobody can get to you. So we just waited there for the cops. But Jason never showed up, so it was kind of a useless thing to do. But I admit that is kind of a dick move.
Yeah, but fuck.
But yeah, but it was funny because my friend was Jason. I didn't care. But then you just had to do the same thing to get back through it, and then we just ran and made it out.
And it just totally stretches the character model out, and it's all fucked up.
It surprisingly did not do that.
Oh,
But to go back what you were saying about like Knack, kind of with my PS4 thing. So we had this guy. I was with one of my friends. We were in a cabin, and this guy shows up. And like usually people talk to each other. I don't think he had a headset. So he used his flashlight to get my attention. He was just outside of the house, like looking in, flickering his flashlight. I was like, what does he want? And then so I did it back. Yeah. And then he started like. He took a couple steps back and like flashed his light again. I was like, oh, he wants us to follow him. So we followed him all the way to a car he had already put together.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Gas in it, battery. He had the key.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I thought it was going to lead us to Jason. I was like, this smells
bad
like a
news
trap.
bears.
So we get in the car and he starts driving. I was like, we need more people like this guy. And Jason shows up. So like you can't run over Jason. Your car will get messed up. And he can grab the driver out the window. So he started going in reverse. He tried to do a 3-point turn, going another way. And when you're in a car, there's invisible walls for the car. So you kind of have to stick to the main dirt paths and roads. But we tried going around, and somehow the car got stuck vertically and flipped over. And I was stuck underneath of it because of this. I could not get out of it. So my guy's just like with a big panicked face, not moving. And I somehow managed to get out of it. I forgot how. I think I was trying to use a weapon or something. I was able to like do stuff, but I couldn't run. So that broke me out of it. But because of that, I couldn't interact with any objects. I couldn't open doors. I couldn't close them. I couldn't pick up any items.
Oh, weird.
Nothing. So my
friend
friend,
fucking alpha.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, they just had a patch too, so I guess they're still doing stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny when games like this have glitches.
Yeah. It's good. It's better to have that than have like a fucking boring game.
Yeah. So
you're not talking about. So
it got fixed.
Okay.
My friend decided to grab me. He was Jason.
Yeah.
He decided to grab me, and then he let me set myself free out of his chokehold.
Yeah.
So that fixed everything.
Cool.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go start this boat now.
Yeah.
And so I thought he was just gonna let me go, like we were cool.
Right.
Nah.
No, he comes back and kills me. He just slams me to the ground, just picks me up above his head. I keep thinking he's gonna break my back like Bane on Batman. Yeah. Instead, he just throws me into the ground. And he did that to our other friend, but when it happened to him, the game glitched again. And as soon as he touched the ground, he shot out of the sky. Like he was gone in a blink. Yeah, he just.
Whoa.
It was
Some would say, was he gone to November?
Yes, he was gone to many Novembers beyond.
Wow.
It was hilarious.
That's good.
But yeah, so I'm really enjoying that game still.
That's good. I honestly didn't think you'd be talking about it still.
Yeah, no, like when I find a game, I tend to.
I know that, but
no, not you. Just saying, like in general.
No, you usually do, but even that game, like when you first said, like, "Hey, this is what it is," I'm like, "Well, how long can that fucking?" And
it doesn't sound like that appealing of a game from an outside perspective.
Yeah,
but like I think that's why I want to keep talking about it, because it's definitely there's something there. It's definitely, I don't think it's a fad.
Yeah.
I think it's something that like if you have friends to play with, even if it's just one. It's definitely worth, like, it's a good game to play, because I like being both Jason and a counselor, because it's completely two different ways of playing that game. So it always seems fresh, especially with the items all around, people with different stats. Like, yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
I watched a lot of this game on like streamers, like videos, like on-demand stuff. I watched about like 3 hours of his gameplay, and I was like belly laughing at points just because this game, and it was still the beta portion of it.
Yeah, I mean, it still can't be, but that's
but like. I was just watching him play, and I was just enjoying it. I don't think I will ever buy it unless I had a bunch of friends that had the game. But yeah, if I see a streamer on like Twitch or somewhere that is playing and I enjoy watching them play, like I will watch them play because I am laughing at times.
Because when you're Jason and you're near the counselors, you can speak to each other. Jason, like
you mentioned,
so imagine you just playing like Until November song on your headset, walking around as Jason. So when you hear that song, they know you're
ideas, and don't give anyone listening ideas that are shitty.
I would play the safety dance.
Yeah.
In one of those VODs, I think the streamer I was watching was Lyric. One of his friends, whenever he was Jason, he would talk like Mickey Mouse from South Park. And he was like, "I'm coming to like in that whole accent." It's so funny. That's like one of the moments I was just belly laughing because he would just come up to Lyric and you just hear this Mickey Mouse voice. That's Jason.
Apparently, we had some guy who just kept saying, "I'm Kermit the Frog," but it wasn't in a good Kermit voice either. It's just like, "I'm Kermit the Frog." Kermit the Frog. He wasn't Jason. It was just a counselor just running away. He just kept saying, "I'm Kermit the Frog."
That's just that guy's thing, man. It's like the me versus Water Kid.
Exactly.
I do like the little mechanic though. Speaking about like the talking from a distance, the walkie mechanic.
Yeah.
So if you get a walkie, like any other counselor that grabs a walkie, right away, like walkie check, and like 3 other counselors.
There's even a perk where you can just start with one.
Yeah. So like.
Yeah, I start with a map and a baseball bat.
The map is helpful.
Yeah.
I found that out. But yeah, if more friends had it, I would play it. But I enjoy just watching people play because it's hysterical. Like those moments where you throw a body and it shoots up and away.
Like did not expect.
That's the good stuff.
It's $40.
Yes,
That's the painful thing.
When it drops to 20, you and I will buy it.
All
Deal?
right, we can do that.
All right,
Deal.
and then you can join my group of like 6
Deal.
full party.
Deal.
And I'll get my Wyclef John all warmed up.
Yeah. 20 or 15?
I would 30 actually. I would do that 30.
All right, 20 it is. Because I won't at 30. I've got other things I can do at 30. 20, I'm okay with
I
that.
do that 20.
Got a birthday, I'll just buy you the damn game.
Steam fall sale. The fall sale.
I can't run that. No, it'll hit.
They'll have one.
It'll hit.
I'm playing on PS4 by the way.
Right, it's not gonna happen anytime. They're not gonna drop that game to $20 until like October.
That's what I'm saying. There's
Yeah.
some fall sale.
October.
Yeah, because there is a Friday the 13th this year in October, right?
Right.
Yeah, they're
Perfect.
going to be doing something.
It'll be on Steam, but yeah.
We'll be okay. We'll pick it up when it hits $20. Come hell or high water.
If you get it on Steam, I'm going to scream.
Not gonna buy it
I'm
on
not
Steam.
getting it on Steam. Calm down.
When it hits $20 on PlayStation 4, buy it
Or on Switch when it comes out Friday the 13th in October.
now.
When you can land it up, that
Now
will
you're
never
talking.
happen. That game doesn't work on a PC.
But yeah,
I'm glad you're still playing that.
I enjoy it thoroughly. Other than that, one of the games I bought from the sale that everybody else got for free 1 month some years ago was Dead Nation.
Oh, on the yeah.
I was like, you know what? When I played this originally, I didn't care too much doing couch co-op for some reason, and it was on a smaller screen. But now that my setup is where I'm like basically glued to my monitor, because I'm like less than a foot away from it.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'll try this game online and see how that is, and got pretty far. It's just a kind of mindless, just shoot stuff.
Yeah.
For people who don't know, it's like a twin stick shooter type kind of game, just shooting zombies and whatnot. But I like the Twitch integration with it. We haven't used it this time, but we did last time, where like audience can actually determine the difficulty of the game as you're progressing.
What?
They can spawn certain enemies, and they can decide to give you perks or not to your weapons and all that.
That's
I
new.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot they were adding that once they brought it to PS4.
Mhm.
Because I played it on PS3 and Vita, primarily PS3.
Oh, I thought it was only a PS4 game, but yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, this was Housemarque, and they kind of like made their big thing with Super Stardust HD
Right. Yeah.
on the PlayStation 3, and then they followed up with Dead Nation. And it's top-down twin-stick shooter, but you're killing zombies instead of spaceships. And yeah, it was,
It's not bad for what it is.
no, I really enjoyed it. It just got.
I think it was on sale for like $4 or something.
Yeah, that sounds right. Everything on that PlayStation sale is fucking stupid cheap. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for something to play, there's some good stuff. And there's a lot, like all the Patapons are on sale.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can only play them on a Vita or a PSP, but or if you got one of those hot
I think
PlayStation
Danganronpa
TVs.
is on.
Danganronpa's on. There's a lot of stuff on that sale. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, Dead Nation's good. I think it got too hard or something like that.
That's understandable.
I stopped playing.
Like
And
I
I only ever played by myself.
like oh yeah, that's,
that
I
was-
can that's tough.
That was
That's
PlayStation Plus, but that was also offered as one of the apologies from Sony, right?
Yeah, one of the several.
So yeah, that'll happen before even on the PS4. So yeah, I was liking that. That's all my PS4 stuff basically. Moving on to the DS. Got a little game called Hotel Dusk, Room 215.
Tell the kids about this one.
I had to put down notes for it to explain it. So it's basically a point-and-click adventure game.
Yeah,
You play on your DS vertically, like a book.
like a book.
And you can choose what side you want it to be on, your left hand or right-handed with the stylus. But the game takes place at Hotel Dusk. It's a fictional rundown motel in Nevada. Yes, I took this from Wikipedia. I'm going to continue. In 1979, Kyle Hyde, a former New York City detective and now working as a salesman for Red Crown, has arrived at the hotel in a search for his former partner, Brian Bradley, and is given the room 215, a room rumored to be able to grant wishes. Kyle finds that the hotel has many mysteries as well as connections to his past and begins to look into these further. The order of the discovery of these elements within the game will depend on the choices the players make.
So kind of a precursor to the 999
Probably. I can definitely see some similarities there, but I don't think those games aren't played like a book, are they?
No, but the idea of like a visual novel kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely it's something like a visual novel with
choices you make determine which path the story takes.
And the point in clicking, like usually with those kind of games, you kind of picture like a 2D thing, like hey, you see your character, you point them in this direction. No, all your movement is in first person.
Oh, okay.
And you're going into like everything's like a 3D model of the hotel. And there's some still frame images, but you can still kind of mess with it. You can skew left and right to look around an object. You might find like a note or something. All the characters are 2D. They're all pencil drawn, like animations, like a AHA music video.
Oh yeah, perfect.
It's best comparison.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, and then you have the conversations. You can kind of choose what to say. You can pick up on certain hints. You have a notepad to write down all your clues in, so you don't forget stuff.
Nice.
So if I didn't play the game for a while, I'd come back. Oh
yeah,
yeah,
to pick up. Yeah,
which I've done before. I've owned this game a couple times in the past.
Yeah.
When I was working at GameStop, that's how I found out about it.
I was gonna say, so what drew you to these? How did you?
I have a thing for like mystery and being like a detective type thing. Like when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, I always wanted to be a detective of some kind. And like I used to get like these. It was like a branch off of highlights, but I used to get these like monthly things in the mail where it would give me like a little book on like the country, some things, and then I had to solve this mystery.
I remember
those.
Everything
they
came
were awesome.
What the hell were those?
Everything came in like a Nilla like folder.
Yeah. Oh shit!
It like it had one for every state, didn't it?
I'm not sure about states, but mine were countries. So I had France, Spain, Japan.
I had one that was exactly what you just described as states.
What the hell are they called?
I forget, but I was really into it. Like I had a school desk in my room, and that was my detective desk.
Oh, that's really cool.
There was a show growing up. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this show, but Bruce Willis did a cartoon. It was called Bruno, I think. And he was a kid detective.
What?
Bruce Willis did the voice of the kid, but there was a CG Bruce Willis on the screen that would talk to him. That was like his AI.
Wow. Pretty bald?
He was bald.
Oh, he was bald.
But he had like a little bit of blonde fuzz, whatever.
All right, yeah.
And
talking Die Hard 3, Bruce?
That's what I was thinking. I was going to
I'm
add this
thinking,
take
I'm
place
thinking
on Christmas
so.
Day.
This is 90s as hell. Like,
all right.
And I remember even getting like I think Wendy's or somebody was doing like a kids meal thing.
Yes,
and I had a pen. It was like a decoder type pen.
Yep.
With it,
you would write something and then you do it. Yeah.
And on PBS, I was all about that. Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? Both the game show and the cartoon series on Fox.
I wonder what was in the zeitgeist that caused. Was it like X-Files, all the weird alien shit? Like what was happening in the 90s?
My grandmother was really into X-Files. I didn't watch that because I felt like the parts I was watching were really boring.
But what made us? What made us as a human species so fascinated with that kind of shit?
Mystery.
Yeah,
mystery in action, being a spy.
Because that all happened.
I think that's what I want. I want to be like a secret agent. So like when GoldenEye came out in '64, I was obsessed with that. Besides it being a decent game at the time, it's a good game, but like the controls now are really dated. So I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I always liked the idea of just like being sneaky, but not in a devious way.
Yeah.
Not in a deceitful way. For good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all that just kind of like surfaced back up when I saw this game. I was like, it's very stylish looking. I love the way it looks. I like hand-drawn stuff. It appealed to me right away.
Yeah.
And just the music of it, like it has like that smooth jazz, like noir feeling. I definitely like the noir stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Just all that just came in together.
I like it. And then you picked up the sequel or
Hotel Dusk is the first out of the two games.
Okay.
I've had the sequel to it for a while now called Cape West.
Okay.
That was never made it to America. Europe is as far as it went. I didn't want to touch that game. I bought it from MagFest like a year or two back. I was like, I'm never going to find this game again for a decent price. I might have paid like maybe like between $40 to $60 for it. That's probably a game that's like over 100 or something, I can imagine. So I got that, and I was like, no, I gotta play the first one, because I know the story continues. It's not that long out. It's like a 4-year gap, I think, or something. Yeah. So I really want to finish this game. I don't want to keep buying it, not beat it, get rid of it, and then I wanted to stop that.
Yeah.
So now that I'm out of GameStop, all these years later,
right,
I can get this game, full case, booklet, everything's fine, good condition. I'm happy about that.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool one. We're building a good list this week.
It's one of the OG Marc games right there.
Yeah,
that came out in like 2009, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I wouldn't be surprised if it were
classic DS game.
Yeah. Rad. Well, I was inspired a little bit by. Oh shit.
We both went on at the same time, not even trying to. It just happened.
Oh shit. I was inspired a little bit from you, Mark, last week when you recapped your trip.
Oh, yeah, utilizing the Switch.
And yeah, right, and going crazy with the Switch. So I kind of thought, oh shit, I haven't really touched my Switch a lot. Like, I got ARMS, and I told you the story with ARMS. Like, Katie and I got it so we could play something together and have fun and whatever. So a few times throughout the week, we'll play ARMS, and that's kind of it. I hadn't really been touching much. And I was like, what happened? What happened to this thing? There's got to be something I'm missing. Let me jump into the old world of this Switch. I don't know. I dug around the eShop for a little while, and eventually I ended up with Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
I almost got that. Almost.
It's good.
It's just a solid game.
It's very good, but you need to have patience, and I don't think it delivers itself in a way that
like the same type of patience when you're playing like a classic Mega Man game.
No. Because classic Mega Man is straightforward. You are a character. You choose a level of 8 different, whatevers. Mm-hmm. You jump in. You run. You have bullets that you shoot. At the end of it, you kill the guy. You get his power. Then you go to repeat the process. This is choose one of 8 levels. There is a boss at the end who has a specific power up that you can get. You're customizing your bullets before. It's weird. So you unlock, as you play through, you unlock different bullet types and different,
like elemental ones or something.
Yeah, but it's all fucked. Like the element stuff comes by beating those bosses, but along the way, like you'll unlock the way to curve your bullets or put them on a sine wave pattern.
So you can't switch on the fly. You have to.
You can pause it and hit customize and change. That, like, you can do presets and then quickly jump between your presets.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, I don't know. It's not. It's very hard. I think that's the problem, right? If it were an easy game, you could just run through and bullet. But you really have to like play through a level, get to the boss, really study their patterns, which it's good. Like it's just like, I think the previous games in that series, I had kind of. Jumped in, got through, been okay. You might die here or there, but you're never like, fuck, I can't do this. Like there's been 2 times now where I've hit the boss of a stage and I've been like, all right, I'm gonna quit. I'm done.
Even though you have all those customizations with your bullet options, do you still feel limited in terms of like movement?
Movement
compared
no, but
to
not movement,
Gunvolt?
but attack because, well, actually, yeah. Because this, so Gunvolt in this, the character Gunvolt doesn't have his full like suite of.
Yeah, because can you like slide and stuff?
Yeah, but not in this. Like, This is literally jump and shoot. Period. Okay. And it's not the same. And yeah, I don't know. It's good, but you really, you have to give it time. Like you've got to be committed to it. Once you get going, now I'm like, oh, I'm good at it now. Whatever.
Has a learning curve. You have to like acclimate yourself to that.
A fucking steep learning curve too. But once after like 2 hours, you're kind of there,
Okay.
But it doesn't have a good set because it is that kind of like, choose a level and go. There's no sense of like natural progression. It's very forced progression. And if you're not willing to kind of like climb that steep fucking wall, then you're not gonna have a good time. Good,
it seems it seemed like I had a feeling it was going to have like a NES difficulty, I guess people would say to it.
It's got that
Crash Bandicoot difficulty.
yeah, it's got that. The one cool thing about it is that you can not only play as Gunvolt, but you can play as Beck, which
who would ever? Did you?
No, I haven't yet. But I do want to at some point, only because I'd like to play a game.
He's probably just Mega Man.
Starring that character that doesn't suck. Not that I played Mighty Number 9 even, so I can't, say one way or the other, but...
Yeah. I'm okay with his design.
Yeah, he's,
I got used to it.
He's fine. But I don't know, Inti Creates is a really, really talented team. I still don't know what the fuck happened with Mighty Number 9, right? But...
I think a lot happened.
Yeah.
That we just don't know yet.
Also, speaking of which, you hear Keiji Inafune opened a new company?
He still has money?
Oh,
well, yeah, because the crowd funded Mighty Number 9.
Right.
Oh, yeah, because I heard they were still honoring making Red Ash.
Oh, God, I didn't know that's what they were doing. I knew that they were still going to follow up and release Mighty Number 9 on 3DS and Vita. But also he or Concept got bought by Level 5 or something like that.
Yeah, that too. Level 5 was honoring
Red Ash's
doing
Kickstarter.
Red Ash, I think.
Weird. And Red Ash is supposed to be a spiritual successor to
Mega Man Legends.
Legends.
Which I'm kind of curious to see that, but they share the same name. He's still Beck.
Yeah.
And then
Beck and Call.
Yeah, the other girl is Call, which is like a color, like a palette swap of Roll from Legends.
Yes. I don't know.
Good luck to that game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Legends 3, man.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
But fun, but very fun. And then I bought Gonner.
Oh yeah. This has. I don't want to make that comparison, but it definitely was trying to advertise it as like a. You're gonna keep dying. Go here, continue, move on.
Yeah. Yeah,
but it looked cool. Like the music was very. When I saw this game, probably how you would see some games and you're like, that looks like a Mark game. Just to me, this was screaming. This is a Joe game.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. I think only because
aesthetically it's a Joe game.
Aesthetically, it was there, and I was like, all right, and like the cover art, like everything about it, I was like, okay. This one I haven't played enough to really. To get there, because it does have a lot of roguelike stuff. It has that like permadeath. It has that fucking hard as shit gameplay, but
it's a lot going on. It looks like
kind of everything's very black, right? So as you're playing, there's a lot of empty space on the screen, and you really
Damn it, that's what I was trying to prevent from happening.
You really only see the action when you're in it. Which kind of makes it hard, right? Because you'll see, like, okay, there's some guys around the screen, but nothing's happening. And as soon as you get close enough to them, that's where, like, oh, okay, now shit's getting bad.
Because it's like a shooter.
Right? Yeah. So
side-scrolling shooter?
Yes. You play as a little skull boy, and he's got a gun that shoots teeth.
Okay.
And... You kind of you're running and jumping. You can wall jump, but it's like Metroid style wall jumping where it's all on the same side of the wall.
Okay,
not like Mario where you gotta jump back and forth. It's all on the same side. You do that and you shoot things. It's kind of simple in that way, but
what happens when you die?
So it's weird. Like there's different. Death means different things depending on how. Yeah, that's a.
Because I saw in the trailer, like when he died, you got taken to like this. Yeah, it's not really a graveyard, but there's a tree.
Yeah,
and there's this big thing.
Death.
That's death. Okay.
Yes.
He just and you're headless or something. He just grabs a random head from a tree and puts it on you. And I assume that is just like in Rogue Legacy, that's your next in line, with like different perks and whatnot, and like. Just go.
I don't think there's any different perks.
Oh no, like the heads don't do anything. Like
I mean, I'm really early. I've not played a ton of it, so maybe. But so far, it's just it's pretty as shit though, and the music's really great.
Yeah,
the music just sounds.
Sorry, you were looking at the one thing. If you swipe over, guess who did this artwork right here? El Huervo.
Yeah, I could. That was my second guess.
Which is
it was my first guess, but
But he did all the hotline stuff.
Yeah.
I think he helped with the music too. I'm not too certain on that.
Yeah, this music has like a really...
It's like a lot of bleeps and bloops, but then
Yeah.
there's like a beat in there. It kind of reminds me of like Bit Trip Runner.
Yeah.
But a more
that's a good
underground Bit
comparison.
Trip Runner.
Yeah,
But
it's
so
definitely like
this is up Joe's alley, and
it's-
with all like the minimalistic colors.
Yeah, it's dark and weird, and that's kind of, to me, this is like a less flashy Binding of Isaac.
I can see that. Like a side-scrolling Binding of Isaac.
It's got a lot of those things, but like Isaac definitely, like, you can see, as far as that game has come, and I love Binding of Isaac. I don't want this to sound like a detriment at all or like a dig,
Right.
but that game looks a lot like a Flash game in that, like, you can see the
Because originally it was
What was
used.
it?
It was done
Yeah.
in Flash. And
yeah,
then they
but like you can
turned that
still
into sprites. But it's still the same art style.
right. You still see and feel that. Like this
Yeah.
is like, all right. What if Edmund McMillan wasn't so pronounced in his, like,
If you like
like
had a
what if
different-
he didn't? Yeah. What if
had a different style.
like what if he was a little more muted?
Mm-hmm.
That's what this kind of reminds me of. It's subtle but still like weird in its own way.
Yeah, has like a simplicity, but there's
Yeah.
there's a complex line in there.
Yeah, I like it though. It's good. $10. It's fun. It's a fun little doober.
Curious to see how deeper you go with it.
Yeah. I need another Spelunky.
Like where does it take place? Where are you in this? Are you inside something?
You keep like jumping into these little mouths of these little guys, and I don't know. I don't know where you are. I have no idea where this game takes place. Underground somewhere.
You're inside of a Nidhogg.
Sure. Let's go with that. This is the sequel to the Nidhogg
2.
2. It's fun. I enjoy it. It's a good little addition to the Switch. And now I'm like feeling that itch a little bit more to
Oh, we're definitely gonna be feeling
that
itch
that
soon.
Switch itch.
Oh yeah,
Why? What are you nodding your head about?
Splatoon.
Yes, but I'm feeling it more in the way that I really fell in love with the Vita early on.
Oh, you mean like over? Okay.
That
I just
kinda,
just back into me to play Switch games. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be.
No, yeah, you're right. I'm back there, but also just that like the Vita really nailed indie games right at the beginning, and kind of it did all the right things, talked to all the right people and whatever. And this is kind of right there for me, right?
Yeah.
It can be there for me. I think combination of like the fucking Neo Geo stuff, which I've yet to touch any of it,
Yeah,
but
I'm always tempted to buy one.
I know, me too, but I can't. I feel like if I'm gonna buy one, I need to buy the best one, and I haven't
it's
like. I just need to go buy Waku Waku 7 and get over it. Yeah, it's been a Switch week. Played more ARMS, and I started to play more characters with ARMS. Yeah, so primarily I was always Ribbon Girl,
Right.
the occasional Twintel. Threw in a little Ninjara.
Okay.
Pretty fun. Enjoy
Yeah.
him. Tried some Springman.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get into Springman.
Yeah, he's too vanilla.
Isn't he the main guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. He felt weird. He just moving him just felt weird.
Yeah. I still like Ribbon Girl a lot.
Well,
She's got a good double jump. She's got good arms. Obviously, like as you unlock more arms, you can change what the default ones are.
yeah.
But I like her default set pretty.
That's how I feel about Mechanica. I like her revolvers
See, I'm bad with those types of. But yeah.
because it's like you don't really. It's like a shotgun. You don't really have to aim because if you mess with the one, you still have the other two.
I can't remember. I feel like I played another like smaller thing. It was a lot of just like re-entering that world again, like Puyo Puyo and Mario Kart, and then Zelda. So Zelda got the big update.
Right, it did.
Fuck. God damn it.
That's just a pen.
Yes, I throw my pen, spin my. So I jumped into Zelda and I did this before the update, and I was like, oh okay, it's Zelda, right? This is where I left off. I played for 40 minutes or so, just like, yep, all right, wandering around. I think I tried to find a shrine, couldn't find anything, and I was like, yeah, okay, not really feeling it. And then the update came out, and I was like, I do kind of want to dress as Tingle. That seems
Who doesn't?
that seems
You
stupid. I should probably go buy that.
Sick Cobra on his back.
So I bought the DLC because I never bought it before because I didn't really need the Switch shirt at the time.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah, I know. And now that I did it, I'm gonna go find the Switch shirt. That's all I'll wear in the game, obviously.
It's like where you started.
Oh, okay, I have to head back there. But yeah, I wanted to wander through there and find everything and jump back in. The first thing I noticed is that game looks a little bit smoother. And I showed you guys earlier, and we kind of came to the consensus it's not quite 60 locked, but it's definitely not locked at 30 like it was.
I'm curious to see when you go into a shrine what happens.
Yeah, I should do that. But it definitely looks a lot better, which is nice. And then that too, even a few minutes into it, I was like, oh, I should have spent this $20 on something else. And then I opened up the map and I turned on Hero's Path and saw everywhere I'd been. Because that was my thing in my head. When they announced Hero's Path, I was like, well, that's cool, but I feel like I've seen all the fucking map. What's left to see?
Little did you know.
Right? Even within that, like I turned it on, I found a spot, and I was like, how did I miss that? How did I miss all of that? What the fuck's going on? So I kind of like set a chart a course, and I'm like, I'm going to go there. I placed a marker on the map, and I'm like, let's just walk there. And along the way, I'm like, what's that fire? And I just kind of wander off some other direction, find weird shit, found a girl who fell in love with a sphere of some kind. Not going to go into that.
Okay.
You guys can discover that on your own time. But it was definitely just like, there's a lot of weird shit in this game I did not know existed already. I continued to wander it some other way. I found one of the weirdest things this game has. Had no idea this was even... I went on pretty much... When I was playing this game heavily, I tuned everything out. I wanted to just discover everything at my own pace and whatever. This, I feel like by now, I should have come across. Or someone should have spoiled, or someone should have talked about. But there was one thing in here where I was like, this is fucking weird. It was really cool.
You're not going to say it.
No, I can't. It's too fucking weird.
I want to know.
I can tell you later if you really want to know, but it was fucking goofy. I was like, how the fuck? Because there's a thing, and
let's refer to the part of the map so maybe a listener who's been in that area might know what you're talking about.
Southernish.
Got it. All right.
Southeast.
I'm going to say this. Along your journey with the game, you will discover some areas. There aren't many of these areas, but they're useful to you. And the other day, I stumbled upon a new one of these areas, and I went, I thought I got them all. What is this? And then weird shit happened.
Okay.
And that's all I'll say.
That's kind of like that statue I found, where you can rebalance your stamina and hearts. It's like a demon statue.
Oh, yeah.
Like that cursed one. I was like, this is...
I actually found that.
That's weird.
Right, but it's shit like that, where it's like, no, this isn't the one. No.
See, there's a part of me that makes that game that I can't help but tie it to realism.
Oh yeah.
So it always bothers me, and I don't know if that deters me from the game or not. But I feel like I'm not supposed to be exploring everything. Because if in real life, if Zelda was captured, how long is Ganon's patience until something happens to her? How long do I actually have to try to save her? So this whole time I'm doing shit, picking my butt and sniffing it. She's just there. I mean, I don't know her story, so maybe there's something that can deny everything that I'm saying, cancel it out. But I feel under pressure to
get there and save her.
Yeah, to not explore. I feel like that's something I do afterwards.
I know your pressure, Mark.
It does. Shut up.
Because of real life, I wouldn't hesitate. It would be in that same day.
No hesitation, no surrender. There is. You're right.
But I've still been exploring though. I'm
no, I know.
I got half the beasts and all that. But that part of me, it's always in the back of my mind. No matter what I do, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta do this.
It's a weird part in the narrative where it's obviously you'd run.
But all their games are like that.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new.
No, I know, but narratively, it is a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd, but what a fucking game. Looks good, feels good. Found Majora's Mask. That's kind of cool. Still don't have Tingle's costume because that's hard to find. But I like, again, going back into it. It feels good. 3 months later to jump back in. I think it's cool. I think it's a good time to put that out where it's like
the other ones.
Yeah.
You can keep refighting Ganon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because after I beat it,
How hilarious if you're in Tingle Suit and you beat him, right? And his last words are just like, "How embarrassing!" And he just fades out of existence.
there's, yeah, I don't know. I like this game a lot. I think it's really good. It's still weird, like, playing it. I played it in the car yesterday, just, like, in my lap. It's like this big fucking game. Yeah, weird. It's good.
I'm glad you're
Any interest in the DLC?
Hell no, you sure got all that for free.
Dude, I'm excited for the second half. I want to know what part of the story they add to this, and
Yeah, I'm curious.
if you
to see.
play as
can't
the
wait
other,
to-
if you play as the other champions or not.
Yeah.
Can't wait till you buy it. And it's like, oh, well, you gotta get this mission with the amiibo and the 4 other amiibo you gotta buy.
Yeah.
I feel like you just get their weapons or something, or like whatever costume stuff.
Not ruling it out.
I don't think they're gonna make you buy the amiibo to get the things. I think.
No.
Yeah, the amiibo will probably give you the weapon, maybe some dumb hat.
Yeah.
Oh,
you get a Goron mask and a Zora mask. Fucking, I swear.
oh my god, if it's Majora's Mask 2, ooh.
That's probably like a prequel. I feel like.
Yeah, that seems right. Other than that, you know, I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 13, but not much more to say on that front that I didn't say last week. I just wanted to be able to say it in front of you, with you here.
You're wasting your time, so.
It's good. You'd like it.
No.
Yes.
I played 13-1
Totally different. Totally different.
for 5 hours, and it was the same thing over and over again.
This is totally different, I promise. So far, it's been
because
completely
Lightning's
different.
back, and I played as Lightning the first time, so.
And I'm playing as a detective trying to figure out murders. So, you know.
Isn't that what happened in Next 2? Isn't this the same story? And your battle system sounded vaguely familiar to that battle system too. Just saying. Oh, I listened last week. Don't worry.
I know, but it's okay.
Its face was turning red on the beach, and it wasn't because of the sunburn. It was because of the rage.
You're welcome. You are very welcome. It's been a good week. I'm looking forward to more Switch.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's just right there next to the Wii U too.
This is that part of the year where a lot of these games are going to start coming out now.
I know. We're over the halfway point, and we're like on the slow decline, or the fast decline.
Yeah.
Cool. Speaking of halfway through the year, we did a little question of the week style thing that went up about after 6 months. What is our game of the year? We all had very different answers than I anticipated.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was hoping that everyone would have the same one that I did.
Consider I had 0 hours in that game, and I think Mark has 0 hours.
Yeah, give it
demo.
Wait,
sorry.
wait till end of the year.
Yeah, I know.
For that.
Yeah. But yeah, so
I'm also just not used to playing games on time, like as when they're released.
yeah, no,
I give everything like a year.
I usually
Get the
don't.
games out of that hubris
No.
and hype, and like, all right, let's go in this.
It's always like a good sale.
Yeah, no, I usually there's only a few things that I actually jump into right away, but
What are you doing?
Nier was definitely one of
Deconstructing a
them.
fish spinner.
I'm fidgeting. All right. Oh, there she is. But yeah, Matt Horizon still feeling good about that one.
Mm-hmm. Really good. Crash. I don't know.
Really?
No. Crash. I am really enjoying Crash though.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that one holds up. Mark,
What?
game of the year?
I like kind of don't have one,
I know.
but Resident Evil 7. I don't think it's gonna be game of the year, like overall, but out of everything that I've played, which isn't, I guess, a lot. Now reflecting on it, I kind of like that this game exists and where it's coming from and where it's going. I think it says a lot. So, but as for a game itself, VR all the way.
Yeah,
Viva VR.
that was the big selling point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but Resident Evil, it's nice to have a Resident Evil game that I won't play again because it looked legitimately scary on like 4 5 and 6.
Especially
6.
It's so cool to look around. I know it's such a simple thing. Like it's really nothing that fantastic that you haven't like seen before. But for some reason with that game,
Peek open a door and just look over.
Dude,
and see something you don't like.
Getting a
and I would just turn
headshot
it
through the
off.
crack of a door. I couldn't do that in any other game. I mean, I probably could. You probably can, but it's probably really tough. But for some reason, just aiming with the headset, it feels good. And like,
I believe that.
It's just I like that. I mean, look. I mean, you're talking to the guy who freaking almost fell to the floor playing Job Simulator because I was already believed that I was in that world.
Yeah.
And that's not realistic at all. But yeah, it's unique. Unique New York.
Gonna need you guys to play Little Nier Automata pretty soon.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll play it.
My friends told me to play it because they don't have anybody to talk about it with.
Yep. Tell them to text me.
No, that's something I want to play.
Like it made
I
him,
haven't gotten there yet.
Like it made them cry.
Oh yeah. I wrote about it the other day. I cried during a Space Invaders clone. Not Space Invaders. Asteroids. I was basically playing Asteroids in that game, and I was bawling.
Jeez.
Asteroids. Bawling.
I can't wait to get the context of that.
Holy shit. And it just transcends everything. Yeah. Nier is a very, very, very special thing. Very special. And I wrote in the thing the other day, like, we could get to the end of the year and you guys would go, yeah, that's fine. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Like, and I will totally get it. And that's okay if it only ever affects me that way. That's fine. But
No, I care a lot about, like, philosophy and, like, stuff like that, like the deeper stuff. So I'm sure I'll...
Yeah, it has. Yeah, there's
I'm sure I'll be like empathizing with that.
A lot of stuff in there. A lot of stuff other places too. And speaking of Game of the Year, we have a new potential contender.
What? Oh, wait.
For Game of the Year.
We already said it.
Oh no, something else that we'll find out about right after this short break. If a video game comes out 20 years after it was supposed to come out, can it still be Game of the Year?
Yes.
I guess we'll find out this fall. Welcome back to the show. It's time to talk about the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition.
Is there any other kind?
This came as no surprise. However, I was driving to Target when you sprung the news upon us, Mark.
Yeah,
and
I was not surprised, but I was still surprised. Does that make sense? The details about it. Because I didn't know. You might have known, but I didn't know.
Which part?
What it was coming with and the games. I didn't know anything about the library.
The library, I could kind of assume.
Yeah, there was a few that I was expecting, but
yeah.
I still didn't know.
I'm curious to see which ones surprised you. I mean, Star Fox 2, obviously, right? That's the big one. That's like, whoa, that's cool. That sets a new precedent for things.
I've actually played that.
Where the fuck is Mother 3? Yeah, me too. But we haven't played the actual, right? Like that was the finalized, not finalized.
That was the 98% version,
right.
basically.
Yeah.
We didn't play the 100% version,
right?
Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. So the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic Edition is the latest new thing that you won't be able to buy this year. Available on September 29th, 2017 for $79.99 US dollars. Yes. There's also one coming to Europe. There's one coming to Japan. But here we are.
Did they acknowledge
Yes.
supply?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They said, so here's the deal. If you we're about to go into some weird territory. If you just want to know what this thing is and you've somehow not heard about it so far, it's a baby teeny tiny Super Nintendo game, console with 21 games included, 2 controllers, $80. Launches September 29th. It will be available until the end of 2017. Period. You don't get one, you don't get one. Now, they've said they're making an increased amount of supply available when compared to the NES Classic. Now, an increased available amount of supply could mean 50 more fucking
I was going to
units,
say, you're
right?
going from 100 to 150. Congratulations.
But I don't know. So when you look at this, right, here's a couple things stand out to me immediately. One, this thing launches about a month and a half earlier than the NES did.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's being announced about 3 weeks earlier than the NES Classic was. Everything about this is just a little bit early. It seems like they're getting it out there earlier. They might be manufacturing it earlier. Like, I think a lot of these things are kind of playing into it. Comes with 2 controllers, which is a step up over the original.
And they're longer, the cord.
They're longer. These are 5-foot cords now. But it is still using the same like proprietary Wii thing.
Mm-hmm. Which can be cool.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, so if you did buy an extra controller last year, you might be able to use that for some games this time around.
If you're somebody who still has a Wii for Virtual Console, you can look this up into that.
True. So, do you guys want to talk about the library first, or do you want to talk about the hot math? Because I did some hot math.
Let's get the math out of the way.
All right. Here's some hot math for you. Ready? This last year's console, $59.99, 30 games, NES games. This year's console, $79.99, 21 games, SNES games. I did the math because right there, if you're just a chump, 30 games for $60 versus 21 games for $80 seems like bad math, right? Seems like I'm getting ripped off with this thing, huh? What's the big old
Without
deal?
thought, yeah.
If we look at the FMV, or fair market value, for what Nintendo offers these games at, the NES games on Virtual Console on Wii, Wii U, and 3DS sell for $4.99. 30 of those games at that cost would total $149.70 were you to buy them on Virtual Console. Super Nintendo games retail at $7.99 on 3DS, Wii U, as well as Wii. However, Earthbound is one of the games included in this SNES Classic, which retails at $9.99 on Virtual Console. So you have to take that into consideration. Now, doing that math, $7.99 times the 20 plus the $9.99 for Earthbound, that gives us a total of $169.79. Okay? Now, when we do a little bit of cross math, little algebra, as they call it, the comparison, the Virtual Console price to the final retail price of the of the NES, our SNES should cost us $68.04 if we line everything up correctly, right? Compared to the $59.99. However, we are not including the bonus controller that's included in the box, which brings us to $78.13.
And it's all without tax.
Right. But you're not going to sell a console for $78.13. You're going to sell it for $79.99. So it does check out if you're comparing it all to what they sell these games for on Virtual Console, plus the fact you have a controller built into it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And you're getting Star Fox.
And you're getting Star Fox 2.
Yeah.
Never before released.
Mind you, like, I don't want to come at this with a negative, like, any connotation.
Bring it.
So
believe me, they gave us 2 months of agony last year to give us nothing but negative connotations for this year. So it's okay.
Well, this is what I'm going to be comparing to the NES Classic. People might be like, they feel like they're being like missing out on a couple of games. Minus the math you just did, which thank you, because I wouldn't have done that. To me, I like the NES Classic. I am the owner of one. I don't play many of the games on there because a lot of them don't appeal to me. Mm-hmm. But I still like it. It's still pretty solid for what it is.
Yeah, but there were games on there like Galaga,
Right, but
who needs that on NES Classic? There were a few games on that console that were
like the Pac-Man honestly didn't need to be on there.
Yeah.
The Super Nintendo one, pretty damn good library.
There's
so
there's
to
not
have
many...
to have like a bunch of heavy hitters like that and not as many as the NES Classic, I am perfectly okay with that. Like it makes up for it in my opinion.
Plus the price, like the price shakes out too, which that makes sense.
Like you have, I guess we can get into the library now.
All right, you ready? So we got Super Mario World.
Good. Starter.
What's that?
You could build a fucking box and just put that on it. That'd be okay.
You could.
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where it all started for me.
The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Good.
F-Zero.
Yes.
Super,
Thank you.
Super Metroid.
Yeah, they better. Thank you.
Right there. Maybe without Mario Kart, but right there.
Yeah.
You've got Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
There's specific to this though. This is the Hyper. No, it's
Turbo.
Oh, it's not Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It's just Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Right.
That's right. Okay.
Super Punch Out.
Cool. I like that one.
Super Castlevania 4.
All right, I'll take it.
Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised by that one.
Mega Man X.
Cool. Definitely cool.
Kirby Superstar.
Yes.
Final Fantasy 3, aka 6.
Which is, I think, is good, but also hilarious.
Why? Why hilarious?
Because they basically shunned 4 and was like, hey, this is the best one.
Yeah, it is. Fuck 4.
No, I mean, I like them both, but I just think it's funny that they just did that.
Kirby's Dream Course.
This one was a little...
It's the golf game.
Right. Okay. That's... All right. Whatever.
It's fun.
It's Kirby. I'll take it.
Star Fox.
I was never good at the first one. I suck at it. It's so difficult.
Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island.
Yes, I like that one.
I want everyone to kind of pause for a moment. You and the listeners. Don't literally pause, listeners. Just listen. And just remember those last two games I just said. Star Fox and Yoshi's Island. Okay? Both of those notably use the FX chip. Mm-hmm. Notably have been absent from Virtual Console. I think the original Star Fox did make it out in some capacity at some point, or I don't even think it did.
I want to say it did, but I don't know.
But those two, they've been hard to emulate, or there were some weird... People had a lot of thoughts and feelings that those might be... Maybe the FX chip had some sort of legal bullshit behind it that was stopping them from putting it out, because emulators on, the internet.com are very well able to do these things. Why can't Nintendo? Well, apparently Nintendo can, and here they are, because we've got 3 of those games coming out.
There's one that emulators cannot do for a specific reason that Nintendo can do, and it's on this list. From what last I've checked. I haven't seen any updates since then.
We got Super Mario RPG, Legend of the 7 Stars.
Emulators, for some reason, from what I heard, have a problem when it comes to the precise controls of that game, because it's like Mario and Luigi, where you have to be like, the timing with the attacks. For some reason, the emulators throw that off with the input delay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like most people can only play that on the original
hardware.
Yeah. Huh. So I'm curious to see how that goes with that.
Contra 3, Alien Wars.
Yes, it's the best one.
Secret of Mana.
Yes. Okay. Look, I'll take that. Oh, if I can get the collection, at least got that.
Yeah. Earthbound.
There you go.
And Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Plus Star Fox 2, which is for the first time being released. Star Fox 2 notably absent from the Super Nintendo library.
They even provided cover art for this.
Yeah.
And
yeah, brand new cover art based on Miyamoto's original drawings.
I always loved that art style in that game.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I don't know, just, I'm happy about that.
It's cool. It's really cool they're doing that. The story with Star Fox 2, just to briefly touch on it, is basically the game was just about done, had gone through QA, it was ready to go, ready to launch, ready to release, and then Nintendo was like, this doesn't look as good as what we're about to do with the Nintendo 64, and we can't have that in the way. And rumor has it, or legend says, that Miyamoto went right to the team and was like, guys, sorry, not going to happen.
Pretty much, they didn't want that coming out when they had the PlayStation and other things to compete with in terms of 3D graphics.
Right.
So they just decided to just not do it.
Just can it. Let it sit.
Yeah.
which, I mean, Region Free means Mother 3. So there's the list. What do you think? Is there anything on that list that makes you go, why would you do that?
Maybe the
Super Mario World.
Oh yeah.
the Kirby Golf one, I think. I mean, I like them all, but
yeah.
I think that would be, or maybe Mario Kart, just because F-Zero's on there.
Yeah, I don't care about
Mario Karts are iconic though.
It is. I mean, I do like Mario Kart. Like I used to make Lego sets out of. I tried to recreate the old Super Nintendo stages with my Legos, especially Bowser's Castle. That was my favorite level. But oh yeah, and I still know the little trick in the ice level and the beach level. Or shortcut. Need a feather.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean, I do like that game, but I just really want an F-Zero, and I will. If I had to sacrifice Mario Kart for it, I would.
I know. I think a lot of people were kind of vocally upset about the absence of Chrono Trigger.
Yes.
Yeah. I can see that being a thing.
Which I get too, as someone who just recently.
Because that game on PlayStation was with Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah.
Would you have sacrificed Final Fantasy VI for Chrono Trigger?
No.
No? I would. I like them both, but if it came down to it. Final Fantasy 1 was on NES Classic, so I guess they had to have that spot for it.
In terms of other regions, I think us and Europe are getting the same release of games, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't look at the list side by side, but like quick glance at what Europe's getting, it seemed fine.
They also get the nice Super Famicom.
They get the cool colors.
I never liked those colors as a kid. I saw the controller. I was like, what's this knockoff?
Yeah.
Give me the shades of purple.
Right. Japan, however, is getting Super Street Fighter 2 instead of Turbo.
So I think I had Super. No, I think I just had Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
And they're getting Goemon 2.
We never had Goemon 2 ever.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
Whatever.
And something else I don't remember. Probably a Mahjong game.
I like how they have like the big five, like in the official image of the 21 games.
Yeah.
They got the big five and the Star Fox, and they got Earthbound just tucked away in a corner.
But it's cool that these are being acknowledged.
True.
Right? In some shape or form. Earthbound is in there. F-Zero is in there. Metroid is in there.
Weirdly enough, though, no Mother 2 on the Super Famicom Mini.
Mother 2?
Earthbound. But in Japan...
Super Famicom. Oh, right. You said Super Famicom. I kept thinking original Famicom. I'm like, what?
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, that is... that's interesting.
Weird omission. But, hey, man, that's one thing, too. So...
There's a lot... a lot of these are... Not a lot of them, but there's some RPGs on here.
Well, that's the thing. So, hours-wise, I heard someone do the math. I think like 534 hours average.
For all of them combined?
Yes.
Dang.
Price-wise, you can't get a cart of Earthbound for under like $150. And that's bare cart, right?
Yeah.
Secret of Mana, same thing. Super Mario RPG, it's up there. A lot of these games are... Super Metroid, that's a good $80 still. Link to the Past, $80. A lot of these games, when you're buying them secondhand now, tough to get hold of. Yoshi's Island, that one too. Like that's.
I'm kind of curious about this whole Star Fox 2 thing. I feel like there's a reason for it. I feel like I don't know how well Star Fox Zero did. I don't think it did that well, in my opinion. And I'm wondering, since that drew a lot of inspiration from this game, they're like, we want to kind of like redeem that and just send out the original source material or something. I don't know. It's just weird that all of a sudden this is taking a spotlight.
Yeah, it's a peculiar thing for sure.
Like nobody expected it.
Yeah. What else? How do you feel about it overall?
I like it. This is what I mean. Like, as far as like these things happening, because it's the first one seemed kind of like a little just money maker. You know what I mean? Just for Nintendo to make on the side, and we don't know how far they would go with this. But I've always preferred a Super Nintendo to the Nintendo. So this is right up my alley.
This is what I want. This is what when they said the NES like last year, this is the one I wanted, and I'm gonna actively look for this one.
Yeah.
I can see us recording a lot of games off of this.
So, well, how are you? I don't know how to ask this. I don't know. Like, do you feel confident that you'll be able to get one?
Nope, not at all.
Okay.
I am deathly afraid of that.
Yeah.
I don't have that person on the inside anymore.
Mm. Oh yeah, right.
Well, the last one was a surprise anyway.
Right.
So I didn't ever expected it. But I feel I don't know. It's like they acknowledge the whole supply thing, but that's still making me. That hasn't changed my wariness.
Yeah, I'm still like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I was there day one.
Yeah, that was a sad day.
So the other day, just when this got announced, I was like, I wonder, how bad could it be? eBay.com, NES $250. Can't buy an NES Classic used. Someone's fingered all over it for less than $250. That was the low price. Fucking ridiculous.
Though I'm fine if they don't make any more after this. Like a 64 one.
I don't need a 64.
I mean, maybe by this point we might have a virtual console.
Yeah. Honestly, though,
like,
that's the one thing.
Stops here.
What they answered for me with this is, judging by the pricing that they did, where they kind of stuck to their virtual console pricing thing here. I think, or they didn't stick to it, but the way I kind of mathed everything out, the way they'd have to do it for NES games, N64 games. N64 games are an extra $2 on top of this. That would mean we'd lose like 5 games. So then you're buying a thing with weird fucking controller. Like, how are you going to put those controllers out in the mini form?
Yeah.
The N64 gets too complicated with that.
That's a very dated controller too.
Yes.
To now, I would not want that. Like, just let me use a GameCube controller or something. Like,
just give me a copy of Mario Party 2 and I'll be fine anyway.
Mario Party box.
Yeah, now you're talking. Reissue the GameCube.
It's just a dice.
Fill it with nothing but Mario Party games.
And put it on Matt's doorstep.
Perfect. I don't hate this thing, but I'm also not in love with it because I got fucked last year.
Okay, so... But is that because of the product or because of the people?
The product, I think, is dope, right? I think the emulation was really great. We saw that last year.
But you're just bitter about...
It's not even so much about bitterness. It's like...
You're scarred.
Yeah, I'm just like... and already, it's been like no communication about retailers, no communication about pre-ordering.
And like all this is doing is just bringing up all those moments. So it's giving like minor PTSD. Like,
I don't think Nintendo's in any different position than they were last year. I think collectively we kind of said on air, like one of the main reasons why the NES Classic was in short supply was because they were gearing up for Switch. Guess what? The first Christmas was Switch with Mario coming out of holiday, Zelda DLC to reinvigorate that franchise, and all this other stuff.
I think too. I don't think the SNES has the same clout with the masses that the NES does. Right? Like the NES, you wander into fucking JCPenney, and there's a picture of an NES controller on a T-shirt that says "classically trained."
You wouldn't see a Super Nintendo controller.
You don't see a Super Nintendo controller that says "I'm super fucking nerd." Like, it just doesn't. It doesn't happen.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, not really. I mean, I don't know why I'd buy one, but yeah, it doesn't. That
there
doesn't
is
exist.
a Nintendo 64 logo on a shirt at Target right now.
Touche, millennials. Is there really?
Yeah.
Okay, I might
There
have
is.
to buy that.
There's along with a Space Jam shirt.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you're not going to the right
What?
spots.
I've been avoiding Target. I've been avoiding a lot of things. I'm trying to be a better, more responsible man. Which is why I'm waiting on my Wii Fit Trainer amiibo to arrive any day now.
I just look at your mistake on the table.
What? Lightning
The
Returns?
pink fucking hair.
Best of the best. Forget all the rest. Yeah, this will be a fine thing. I hope I can get one. I hope both of you can get one. I feel better about getting this.
I feel like if one of us gets it, we all have it. Because we're going to be playing it.
Yes. But this is, I don't know.
No, but yeah, of course. I
Going
want,
into
I
the-
want all of us to have one.
Going into the NES Classic, I was like, oh, I got this. Then halfway through the NES Classic thing, I was like, fuck everything. Now I'm like, oh, fuck everything, but I kind of understand how this works. I feel like we'll probably be okay.
I think that's always the feeling with Nintendo.
I think we have a 3-month period.
Like, whenever it gets bad, we're like, you know what? Like, screw you, man.
Yeah.
But I still love you.
I still don't understand. I have no idea why you don't just put on the website, buy now. Fucking do it that way.
Because there's only 150 of them. And I'm like looking at this, and like I would probably dabble with Super Mario World, even though I just kind of replayed not too long ago. I think this is my chance to finally play Super Metroid, like all the way through. This is my first realistic chance of playing Earthbound on something. I was always curious to play the first Star Fox.
Yeah,
like,
I can finish Earthbound.
I'm looking. I will probably play the Castlevania game on here. Like there is a lot of stuff I will play on here.
This is where they introduce the whip when you just hold it in, you just waggle it around.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see. September should be.
Kind of bummed about no beat 'em up games on there.
Yeah, no Final Fight.
Yeah. Turtles
Yeah.
in Time.
That could be licensing. and
Turtles.
stuff.
That's a hard license to get.
Yeah.
That's
was
real
Konami
hard.
too.
I know.
Well, I have Konami in
Yeah,
Castlevania.
yeah, and Contra.
Well, yeah, but
And Contra, yeah.
But that's theirs, you know what I mean? Like, that's not...
the
they didn't make
Konami Turtles license. They lost that license a little while ago.
Yeah. I remember when...
The original things got delisted from Virtual Console. It got
Yeah.
all fucking stupid.
And also fuck Konami, so.
Boom. Amen. Cool. Final thoughts on that? On anything? You guys good? I'm sleepy. I'll tell you that much.
I think as much as I played Star Fox 64, 2 might be my favorite traditional Star Fox. From playing it, I mean, it's really short from what I played.
I never played.
It's
either
like
of them.
it's like 40 minutes, if that. Not probably shorter. I feel like I don't know. I kind of zipped through it. It was a pretty quick game, but I don't know. I liked it.
Time will tell.
The GameCube one's pretty good too.
Time will tell. Well, that's going to do it for episode 204. Just going to let this thing take us out. If you like this episode, you can find it and all the rest of our episodes on thefreecheese.com, where we've got a brand new cover story, Lost, which should be live right now as you're listening to this here podcast. Lost, in its essence, is all about, July is that kind of time of year when you're a kid and you just get to do whatever and not have to worry about time or space or whatever. It's just, you're stuck in the middle of summer. There's nothing to do but whatever you want to do. You just go wander and fuck around and hit things with sticks, lose yourself for a while. And this month we're going to kind of talk about video games that capture that same essence of being just lost, just being timeless in a way. What that means and what that feels like.
Escapism.
Boom. Exactly. So go check that out on the website. We'll have cool content all month long. We are also on Twitter. Free Cheese is at Some Free Cheese. Mark is at aug_mental. Matt is at Matt. I should say yours again. aug_mental. Because when I said it before, it made it seem like mental was the cool part. Like some fucking.
It's like augmented.
I'm fucking mental, man.
Well,
But
it's a mix of mental and then being augmented. Like
I know.
nerd terms.
Yeah. But I made it seem like it was like Hot Topic the T-shirt, not like,
Can I get a T-shirt with just Hot Topic's brand name on it?
Yes. It's right over there next to the ones that say super fucking nerd. They're all sold at JCPenney, ironically enough.
Cool.
Matt is at Matty Ice 131, and I am at The Free Cheese. Matt, thank you for
the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh my god, the gift that
Keeps on spinning.
keeps on winning. Yeah, that's it. You guys got anything else?
No.
No.
Video games. We'll be back in another week with another episode, but until then, go to thefreecheese.com, look at all of our stuff. Hit us up on the internet.
Video juegos.
Cool. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Matt. Thanks, listener, for hanging out. We'll see you next time.